Welcome, everyone, to an unexpected episode of Star Trek Online that I never thought I'd actually make. I'm your host, the Housecoat Gamer, and today, well, I'm going to be going through possibility of the possible to, possibility of the possible to downfall to paramecium and illusion of communication for the original STD experience as of early, mid-2019, before everything was shoveled around. Now, I would have made this yesterday, but unfortunately, STO was having issues that day, and I couldn't get a vid out in time, so I decided to make it now. I will not be speaking throughout most of this vid. So, yeah, in case you've noticed, this is a level 60 toon. But it's not just level 60, it has special things, like holographic versions of the STD cast. Let's just say I really want to shoot Burnham repeatedly. But yeah. After this, it'll just be uncut, straight to the action stuff. Enjoy!
Starfleet Command has commissioned another historical tactical...
Yeah, I was expecting that to be, Admiral Kensington, but what can you do? Therefore, I will cut the garbage out and have fun.
This is the USS Cicada. Switch to frequency 228.7 to adjust for ion storm interference.
This is the Shinano. Advise keeping shields up. Cloaked Klingon vessel. Let's do this quickly. Don't want our shields down for long. Thanks. Our supplies were low after retaking Pryor's world. One more assault and we would have been at critical levels in several key resources. I expect the Cicada is waiting for supplies too. I hope you have what they need.
Lowering shields now. We are ready to receive supplies. Engineering has confirmed that all expected hardware has been delivered. Thank you. We shall begin repairs at once. Our computer systems have received significant damage from Klingon assaults. I believe the Baran is waiting for you to report in, so I will keep you no longer.
This is Commander Ellen Landry of the USS Baran. Welcome to Pryor's world. The captain has requested that you transport over to the Baran to speak in person. Truth be told, we're not certain our hailing frequencies are completely secure. It's a long story. Let's just say the Klingons had a few tricks up their sleeve during battle.
Nice to finally meet you face to face. I'm Captain Gabriel Lorca. Welcome to the Baran. This is my first officer, Commander Ellen Landry.
Sorry to hear about Captain Schaefer. He was one of our best.
Agreed. A damn fine captain. Though from what we've heard about what happened at Corvan, his ship's in good hands. Ah, and my somewhat tardy Chief of Security, Amna Patel.
Apologies, Captain. Welcome aboard. We appreciate the assistance.
Engineering's this way, if you'll follow me.
What took you so long?
You try booking a reception hall during prime wedding season. I'm lucky to be alive.
My warrior. Braver than 100 Klingons.
Kapla!
We better catch up.
Before the captain throws us in the brig with the Klingons.
We've been mopping up here after our scrap with the Klingons.
The Klingons did not surrender Pryor's World lightly.
Cleaning up the planet-based missile launchers was satisfying. The Baran is currently holding some Klingon prisoners of war.
Prisoners we planned to deliver to a secure location before we ran into a snag. Lieutenant Kerwin, I have someone I'd like you to meet.
Welcome aboard. Thanks for lending us a hand. Mind taking a look at something here? I'm analyzing some issues with the Baran's critical systems, and a fresh perspective might shed some light. Somehow the Klingons infected our computer systems with a particularly nasty virus during the battle. Another House Mokai trick by the looks of it. It's in several key systems, sensors, shields, weapons. Right now, we can't rely on any of those remaining at operational status. If they come back for a rematch, we could wind up blind and defenseless. The virus has really dug into our tactical systems. We lose targeting, can't even power up the emitters or launchers. At that point, the only weapon in our arsenal is harsh language, and that won't go very far in a fight with the Klingons. Their entire language is harsh. If the virus tries to lock out a weapon, they should still work. Nice work. Tactical will need to make adjustments, but that should block the virus nicely. What the? We just lost port deflector.
Bridge to Captain. Klingon vessels decloaking.
Lorca to bridge. I'm on my way.
Captain, internal sensors show multiple Klingon transporter signals in your vicinity.
All hands, repel boarders. Lorca to bridge. We need those shields back. Do what you can to keep our port side away from the Klingons. Kerwin, I want you to head up there and give them a hand with the shields. No, I think it's time we went on the offensive. Landry, Patel, lead the way.
Chief, get us to the armory.
On it.
Captain to sickbay. We have wounded on deck 17.
We're on our way, Captain.
Take one of these phaser rifles. We just finished modifications on them from data we gathered during the Pryor's World fighting. The Klingons are in for a little surprise.
Bridge to Captain. The Klingons hit the brig and released their buddies. Looks like they're heading toward the shuttle bay. They're gonna make a break for it, sir.
Lorca to bridge. Acknowledged. We're en route. Tepev, Landry, Patel, take the lead. Everyone else, you're with me. Let's move! Cover me. Patel, give me a hand with this.
There's no time. Captain, you need to go.
That's not how we operate, Commander. We don't leave people behind. It's clear. Help her.
Thought I lost you there.
Fortunately, the captain had other ideas.
Nice shot back there. Glad you had our backs.
We need to move. Can you stand?
Well, I'll manage. It's not as bad as it looks.
Bridge to Captain. Shuttle bay access is locked, and the hangar doors are starting to open.
It's that damned Klingon virus again.
Bridge, this is the captain. Prepare the tractor beam, in case we fail.
Damn, it's even in the door systems. I'll handle this. Bam! Got it!
Car to the tracker. We're preparing to depart Varan. Prepare for our arrival.
Not today. Not on my ship.
Change your plans. Kill their captain. Then we...
You'll have to get through me first.
Lorca to bridge. The prisoners are secure. Give me a status report.
Sir, the Klingon vessels just went under cloak.
They'll be back. Count on it.
We need to get the Klingon prisoners secured. Unfortunately, our holding facilities here are compromised. Under the circumstances, I think we'll need to transfer the prisoners to your ship. I think you'll agree we can't risk dropping our shields to use the transporters. You'll have to take a shuttle. It's a little old-fashioned, but if the Klingons are here to rescue their people, they won't risk firing on you. Your ship, on the other hand, will be a target. Be ready for anything. All right, these Klingons wanted to ride in a shuttle. Load them up.
My team will handle the prison transfer to your vessel. I'll have our security chief contact yours to sort out the details. Excellent. Are you ready to finish boarding procedures and head out?
Good. You made it. Afraid I have some bad news. We're picking up some photon decay heading our way. My people believe it's coming from cloaked Klingon vessels, and I'm inclined to agree. Get ready for a fight.
All ships, be close. The attack.
Shenzhou. We are under heavy fire and need assistance.
Moran to Cicada. Move to support the Shinano.
Acknowledged, Baran. Maneuvering to support position. You fight well, sir. The wreck of your vessel will make a fine. The Klingons are trying to split us up!
Like wolves trying to break a herd of buffalo. All ships, circle the wagons. Watch out for each other, and we'll get through this.
Good stuff. The harder you fight, the greater my glory.
Nice work, Captain. Looks like the Klingons aren't finished with us at Pryor's World. Glad you were in the neighborhood. Things could have gone pear-shaped if you weren't. I'm sure that'll look good in your after-action report. Might put a little dent in my sterling reputation, but I'll manage. That said, we're not out of the woods just yet. I'll let my first officer fill you in on the details.
This is Landry. As you've seen, the Baran is needed here at Pryor's World. And her brig is no longer secure. I'm afraid your ship is going to have to facilitate this prison transfer. The destination is classified, I'm afraid. I have the coordinates in a secure device, which, with your permission, I'll bring aboard with my team.
I don't disagree, Captain, but we're at war. Things have a tendency to get irregular in situations like this. Some of our prisoners are high-ranking members of the House Mokai. The secrets they know are important to the Klingons, even more so to Starfleet. We need to get them into a high-security facility as soon as we can. I'd like to send Commander Landry and a team with you to assist on this. Call it a joint effort. But it's still your ship and your command. Agreed? Oh, and one last thing. Landry's on loan. She's a damn fine officer and one of a kind. I do expect her back intact as soon as you're done, Captain. The shuttle, on the other hand, you can keep. We got plenty of those.
My team is on board, Captain. With your permission, I'll take the helm for this trip. I know the way, after all. We've arrived at the coordinates, Captain. We're being hailed.
Your presence in this system is unexpected. Transmit secure clearance codes now. Awaiting transfer of codes. I should remind you that all of our defense systems are active, Captain. Vosker out.
That he did, Captain. Shall I transmit the security clearance codes? Transmitting initial sequence, now. Lieutenant Kerwin, begin beta security code transmission on my mark. Mark. Very much so, Captain. Possibly more than they enjoy oxygen and comfortable socks. Transmission complete. The station is hailing us now. Shall I put them through?
You're cleared for approach. Proceed to the following coordinates and prepare for prisoner transfer via shuttlecraft. Vosker out.
A word, if you please. It's about Warden Vosker. I've served with him before, and there are some things about his character you should be aware of. Serving here allows Vosker to use methods and practices that would not fly on a starship. Some of his morals are fluid, perhaps dangerously so. Look, I'm not sure what Starfleet Command knows about him, but he still has command of the facility. Permission to speak freely? There are those in Starfleet who are more focused on results than the cost of achieving those results. Vosker is such a man. The Admiralty didn't order these prisoners here by chance. They want Vosker to get results by any means necessary. That doesn't work for me, or Captain Lorca. The ends do not justify the means. I intend to make sure the price we pay here isn't too great. I don't want to look back on this day with regret, or worse. My team has the prisoners prepped for transfer. Are you ready to head to the facility?
Welcome to Facility 2047. I'm Hadrian Vosker. Computer, update the log to finalize the transfer of prisoners to this facility. Authorization Vosker Sigma 9. We'll take it from here. A reminder, all data relating to this facility is classified. Now, if there's nothing else, I have a prison to run. Feel free to show yourselves out.
Thank you. Hadrian, it's been a long time.
Well, not long enough. Was there anything of substance you wish to discuss, or are we done here?
As in, according to Starfleet regulations, Hadrian, not your own personal code of conduct. Listen, we don't have to like each other. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's an impossibility at this point. What we need to do is work together in upholding the ideals and laws of the Federation.
Are you finished? Look, the Federation is the promise of a better future. I buy into that. Beautiful dream. People love to talk about it. What nobody wants to talk about are the hard choices it takes to make that dream come true. Every day, the Klingons remind us, though. And we pay the price in blood, sweat, and tears. So unless you're ready to learn some hard truths, I suggest you return to your ship and move along.
Yeah, why don't you show us everything you do here, Warden? Enlighten us. Show us how you're keeping the Federation safe from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Hey, we'll even take notes.
Wonderful. The prisoners are being processed. I'm sure they're being treated well. Better than the Klingons treated the innocent civilians of Pryor's world, for example. If you'll follow me. Johnson, give me a status report.
Wrapping it up now, sir. Medical scans and contraband search all came back in the green. Warden, there's increased comms from the Starfleet vessel stationed at Pryor's world. It sounds like there's another fight with the Klingons there. I'm not sure. Sorry, the signal's garbled. Some sort of interference is breaking it up, and I'm just getting fragments. So far, it sounds like the trouble is on the planet's surface.
We have our orders, and no distress signal is being sent. That being said, I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I were back on the Baran, Captain. I've got the feeling the Klingons are about to make another big push at Pryor's world.
Fine. In the meantime, we have a job to do here. Johnson, put the Priority 2 prisoners into Gen Pop. I'll make sure our Priority 1 guest gets into MaxSec where he belongs. Captain, Commander, let's get this over with. Got a nice cell waiting for you, Molokai. Move!
I'm not sure leaving the prisoners here with him is wise, Commander.
What are you hens clucking about back there?
Just wondering what you have in mind for our prisoners, Hadrian.
Nothing the Admiralty hasn't authorized before.
Johnson here. Operation reports a malfunction in primary systems and recommends a reboot.
Johnson, contact engineering. And keep an eye on things until I'm finished. Oscar to engineering. The bridge to isolation is acting up. Fix it. Now. Fight. Now.
Understood, sir. Wait. What the... Sir, the primary deflector grid just went offline. Look out! Klingons!
Johnson, initiate full lockdown. Get those shields back up, now! Johnson? Come in, Johnson. Damn, we've lost comms.
They're coming for you. Are you ready?
All right, let's get this over with.
Check.
Nice. Same to you, Haribach. Come on, stupid piece of work, damn it!
Problem, Hadrian?
I can't get the bridge to extend. We need to think of an alternative.
That didn't sound good. We need to get out of here, right now! Let me help you! Hurry!
We don't have time for this. Let him fall. He's just a Klingon.
We are Starfleet!
Since you've obviously forgotten, that is not how we operate.
Whatever. Let's get moving.
Haribach.
I don't have time for this. If we can't put the prisoner in one of these cells, we'll have to take him back to processing. It's not ideal, but it'll do till we get things under control.
Let's stow this guy quickly.
Relax. His new home's right over here. And he's gonna be here a very long time.
I believe you have something that belongs to me. A car will be leaving with me.
He's not going anywhere, lady. I'm gonna...
Ha! You were saying, if only you had shields to block our transporters.
Or transporter inhibitors.
Our paths cross once again. If only I had the time to end you. Like I ended your captain.
You two know each other?
Try to die well. Tetris, draw the truth!
Wonderful.
Cover me while I get the shields back online.
Kerwin, help him while we hold them off.
Yes, Commander.
I can't get this done if they keep shooting me. Get over here and cover me!
I'd hold off on any celebrations. Long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon battle group, approaching at high warp. Without the turrets, they'll eventually knock our shields down and finish us off for good. Shit, it's only a matter of time.
Lieutenant Kerwin can get those turrets back online. We just need to buy him enough time to get the job done.
I mean, this isn't time for heroics. One ship against a Klingon fleet? That's suicide, and you know it. Face it, we're done here. Let's get essential personnel to your ship and get the hell out of here while we're able.
Captain, the turret grid just came back online. Wait, oh no. That's bad. The turrets are scanning for Starfleet vessels. They've been set to see them as targets. It's that damned virus.
It's just like what happened at Pryor's World. They turned our own defense grid against us, and then mopped up what was left after the chaos.
How did a Klingon virus get into our system? Klingons didn't even know about this place until...
Of course. Those clever bastards. It's a genetic sequencing virus. We did a full medical scan of the Klingon prisoners when we brought them aboard the Baran, and another one when they were brought aboard this facility. But fortunately, or your ship would be dealing with the virus too. Somehow they've managed to embed it within the DNA of one or more of the prisoners. If we can identify the difference between the artificial and natural bases, we should be able to isolate the viral code and purge it from the system. Maybe 5 minutes?
Son of a... I can't believe he got away. After all that we went through here, anything he does from here on out is on me.
You shouldn't beat yourself up for doing the right thing here. Besides, if we get him and Ja'ula, we can just pretend it was all part of the plan, right?
All right. You win. But we still have a lot of work to do before, we single-handedly end the war and get promoted to Fleet Admiral. So let's get up to your ship and go after them.
Ja'ula to Tabib attach! We have what we need. Leave the prison for the rest. Hey, to Schmidt! They look down!
Captain, one of the Klingon vessels is hailing us.
Starfleet vessel. You are outnumbered and unable to flee. If you wish your crew to survive, stand down and prepare to be boarded. Refuse, and we will give you all an honorable death. A warrior's death, then. Good. I wouldn't have it any other way. Perhaps we will meet face to face in glorious combat when I board your vessel to take it as my prize.
Satellites are back on our side.
We've lost the advantage here. Full ship withdraw at once.
Good news, Captain. Latest sensor reports show all Klingon vessels are either destroyed or retreating. I think we did it.
Kerwin here. Captain, all systems are clear over here. Not reading any Klingon ships on sensors either. Did we do it?
Captain, if it's all the same to you, I recommend we retrieve Lieutenant Kerwin and return to the Baran immediately. We haven't seen the last of Ja'ula and her forces, and there is a nasty digital virus still running wild in the Baran systems. Seeing as we have the solution to that little problem, I think it's high time we delivered it to Captain Lorca. This Klingon computer virus is giving me a bad feeling about things. With Ja'ula and House Mokai involved, I think we're looking at a serious new effort to capture or destroy high-value Starfleet targets, ships, personnel, even entire planets. Let's rendezvous with the Baran as fast as we're able. That virus is already in her systems, and after what we just dealt with, I'm guessing the Klingons aren't done with my ship just yet. Baran's in trouble. Those Klingons won't stop until she's gone. We need to get in there before it's too late.
Mayday, Mayday, this is the USS Baran. We're taking heavy fire and need immediate assistance.
You come to save your comrades, honorable, if not foolish. Come and save them. You have the courage to stand in battle against two Klingon warriors.
That's a car! Looks like he didn't run far after Ja'ula beat him out of prison. What? No good deed goes unpunished?
You did the best you could back there, Elle. A car's responsible for his actions, not you. Let's focus on doing what we can to help the Baran.
Looks like we picked up some more Klingon.
This is a Baran. Our shields are buckling.
We're losing essential ship systems. Now would be a good time.
Incoming hails from the Baran! What? The warp core! Someone's triggered the self-destruct! Oh my god! Baran! She's gone. Can't be happening. Scan the area. Escape pods. Did she launch any escape pods? If anyone got away, we need to find them before the Klingons do. Sick bay's reporting in. Captain Lorca needs extensive medical facilities, more than you have on board your ship. We need to get him to a starbase or to Starfleet Medical. I understand, Captain. The ion storm is getting worse and Pryor's world can't be left undefended. But if you can spare just one of your shuttles, we'll get him there that way. Please He's going to die if we don't do something, and I can't let that happen.
We'll reach the edge of the storm soon.
Don't spare the horses, Commander. I've had a lot of days better than this one.
Enemy vessel on sensors. They're targeting us.
Take evasive action.
They're firing to disable.
They want us alive.
Shields are gone. Impulse is failing.
Get us on the ground, Commander.
Crash position. Ready for impact.
Any landing you can walk away from, huh? Tricorder isn't showing any serious injuries. You'll live. Atmos breathable, but this is a Class P environment. The cold doesn't kill us. The Klingons will. No way they're gonna let us go now. We need shelter, and fast.
Damn. This place reminds me of some of the places my family dragged me to for vacation back home. You really haven't lived until you go camping on Andoria. Makes this place look like Waikiki Beach.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Ensign. But those of us who didn't grow up on an ice moon aren't as amused. Emergency survival protocol. Break out the gear and supplies and find shelter. I don't want this weather finishing what the Klingons started.
I'm reading some cave systems up on that mountainside. It might be a good place to set up camp. Maybe even a distress beacon. I can use the shuttle's emergency transporter to send Captain Lorca and another person there. Get them out of this wind and cold. It's only good for one transport, though. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, we lost some pieces of the shuttle while we were coming down. Some of that might be useful here. We should keep an eye out for anything we can easily salvage.
They made it. Takes guts to beam into a cave with an emergency transporter mostly held together with wishful thinking. Now, we just need to get there ourselves. The old-fashioned way, on Shank's mare, through a frozen wasteland. You take me to all the best places, Ellen. Should we worry about leaving tracks that the Klingons can follow?
See those ice formations? Temperatures get high enough to thaw, then refreeze.
So, the snow will probably melt enough to lose our tracks in the next few hours.
Right, and if it stays cold and humid, we'll get more snow anyway.
Good news. Now we just have to worry about finding our way out of here.
Wait, you see those mounds of snow? Some of them are just going to be light powder, but some of those were built. Watch your step. There might be life forms in those, and they might not like unwanted guests.
Kerwin to team. My tricorder says there's a piece of the shuttle manifold near your position. Grab it if you can, okay? We could really use it.
We got your widget, Kurt. Never mind the beast.
Sorry about that. I wonder if they were staying close to it for warmth.
Good work. Keep it coming. We're gonna need a lot more tricks to survive.
Fumaroles. I was wondering if we'd see any. Here they are. Look, geothermal activity pushes heated water up and forms those bubbling mud pools. I wouldn't recommend taking a dip, though. This stuff is scalding.
Kerwin here. I'm picking up another piece of debris near you. Looks like some live circuitry survived thanks to a Duralloy shell. Can you grab it for me? Thanks.
Hey, you see that? Over by the rocks?
Yeah, I think it's another piece of the shuttle.
What are these marks in the ice? Tracks of some kind?
It's big, whatever it is. Let's not wait to find out more.
Never thought I'd be happy to see a cave, but here we are. I can almost feel my toes again. This was a good choice. Defensible position, adequate shelter, picking up some water inside as well. Might be able to cobble up some fortifications by carving out some rock. Looks like they're a little deeper in the cave. If I know Kerwin, he's probably hard at work cobbling a warp core together out of rocks, a hypo spray casing, and a belt buckle.
Captain Lorca's life signs are stable for now. His medical unit is functioning normally, and he didn't suffer any further wounds during the crash.
Some good news for a change. Nice work, everyone. Let's set up camp. Kerwin, see if there's a way to send a coded distress beacon. To Pev, we need to know if there's anything we can use to survive around here.
Nice. That'll be warm and cozy for a while.
Listen, I have to count on you. Landry's competent, but this might be too much for one person to manage. There we are, and we have to be prepared to fight. You and I both know it's only a matter of time before the Klingons find us. I need to know you'll be ready to make the hard call if it comes down to it. You're dealing with Klingons. There's no room for weakness. The Vulcans know this. When you face Klingons, act from a position of strength whenever possible. When they come, you need to be ready to hit them hard. Give no quarter. You have, and not like this. You might find yourself in a situation real soon where doing things by the book won't get the job done. And people depending on you will die, understand? Trust your instincts when it comes to that, not the regulations. Be prepared to make the hard call. Check in on the rest of the team. They need to stay motivated.
Good morning. I'm still working on this transmitter. It's pretty banged up, I'm afraid. If only we had some more spare parts, but I'll make do. And to think, I was considering becoming a holonovelist before I joined Starfleet. Good thing I picked up a few skills with transmitters and recorders. Well, if you're serious about going out in that cold again, keep your eyes peeled for metal ores and deposits. Anything with magnesium, sulfur, or other reactive ores. Stuff like that. Stuff we can burn. Speaking of ores, we could also use magnetic or radioactive ores. Those I can use for primitive power cells.
I'm mixing up some nutrient broth from our supplies. Not the best smelling stuff, but it'll keep us alive. We're gonna need a lot of calories in this weather, so we should try to find more food if we can. Well, we've already seen some wildlife. We're likely to find some edible fungi or mosses in the caves, maybe some root vegetation. I don't know if I'd want to nibble on anything more complex. Contents could be dangerous to us.
It's not luxury accommodations on Ryza, but at least the cave's secure. We need some more food. If something indigenous proves to be edible, our emergency rations will get us through a few days, but that's all. I'm here, watching the Baran go. That was a hard hit for all of us. Lost a lot of friends up there. Right now, I think we need to get warmer. This cold's taking a toll, even in the cave out of the wind. Maybe Kerwin can figure a way to insulate the walls a little.
Doing the rounds, eh? Making sure your team's ready for what's ahead? Good call. I'd do the same. What's ahead? Yeah. Not a lot of good news there. Stranded on a frozen rock, no rescue in sight, and the sky belongs to the Klingons right now. Klingons! Beginning to wish I'd never laid eyes on them. Good point. The captain's still alive, and I'm not Commander Patel. Still with me. Still with us. Starfleet trains us to deal with adversity. We'll figure something out. For now, let's see if we can scrape what we need to survive from this rock while we're here. Losing the Baran was hard. You know, I don't have much left. But I am ready to fight for it. For them. My people from the Baran, they're my family. Starfleet, they give us tools and training, sure. But the most important thing that they give us is each other. That should be enough. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Big monster! Very big! I'm pretty sure I know what made those marks in the ice now. We better hope none of those come to visit the cave. Honey, I'm home.
Oh, good. Wait till you see what I've done with the cave.
What you got there? Magnesite? Ah, indium. We can use that. I'll take those off your hands. The indium can give us some power. Just don't loiter around it. It's radioactive. I can probably use the magnesite to make some explosive charges. You know, just in case.
Explosives? In a cave like this. That's not one of your best ideas, Kerwin. Even if we don't collapse it on our heads, we'd probably trap ourselves. We'd be stuck, unless we could burn a new way out with our phasers.
Sealing off the cave entrance and finding another way out is superior to being devoured by those ice creatures you mentioned. Put the explosive near the tunnel entrance. See if you can rig up a remote detonator. Better to have the option and not need it than to need it and not have it.
I should have just enough parts to make a short-range radio detonator for the explosives. I can work on that while someone else sets up these canisters. With the magnesium as an accelerant, and some of the gelled thruster fuel from the shuttle, they'll go up once a charge is applied to them.
Glad to see you made it back in one piece. Judging by the looks on your faces, you didn't come back empty-handed. That's good news. Come and have a seat, Ellen. Got a reasonably smooth rock, nice and heated up for you.
Looks like the best rock in the house, too. Thanks, Emma. You're always looking out for me. Okay, let's talk next steps. Kerwin, we're gonna need that transmitter real soon. We've bought a little time, but not much. This cold's not going anywhere, and neither are the Klingons.
You're not wrong, but consider. We survived the Klingon ambush, and a crash landing, and those things that tried to eat us, whatever the hell they were. The captain's still with us, and we have each other. Remember, we're Starfleet. We can't give in to despair. When times are worst, that's when we need to rise to our best.
Agreed. Let's not lose sight of what matters the most here. Okay, everyone, get some rest. I know I'm beat. Please tell me we have some more of that moss around. I need to pad out my thermal bag. It's keeping me warm, but this cave floor is doing a number on my back.
I think we're in business here. The distress beacon's operational. It actually works. I mean, it's ugly and full of hacks, but we can send out a distress signal with the beacon now.
Hold on. If we use the beacon, won't the Klingons receive the signal too? If they're still trying to find us, they'll know exactly where we are once we turn that on. This cozy little cave will be crawling with Klingons sooner than any of us would like once that happens.
None, unfortunately. We turn it on, and it'll be out there for all to see, friend and foe alike. We're hoping that Federation ships at Pryor's World will hear it and respond before the Klingons do. It's a risk, but one we need to think about taking soon.
Agreed. They know we crashed. And unless they gave up the chase, they're still out there. And they will come running the moment they detect this beacon. Count on it. So, we need to be ready to deal with them. And buy ourselves enough time for Starfleet to get here and extract us from this godforsaken ice ball. To a point, they'll eventually bottle us in and use grenades or chemicals. We have to make it too costly for them to hunt us down. Catch them before they catch us. Ambush them. Here's the plan. They'll beam down at the shuttle wreckage and start searching from there. Their teams will eventually track our route, so we hit them on the way. We'll ambush them at the snowdrifts, then fall back, fighting our way towards the cave. Make them pay for every meter. We don't have to stop them, just slow them down long enough for Starfleet to reach us. Let's take position by the fumaroles and make the Klingons come to us.
Remember, the Klingons can be beaten. Meet them with strength. Seize every opportunity. Give no quarter. Fight hard and fight to win.
Check on Masters. They're hunting us.
High ground on my time. Catch them in rough terrain.
Get behind cover. They'll be here any second. Everyone in position.
Ready.
Affirmative.
I see them.
Wait for my signal.
Let's give him hell.
Keep up the pressure!
that was close. You alright?
Get down!
Kerwin's down!
They're homing in on our signal. Head toward the cave before they flank us. Keep moving! We'll dig out on the hillside by the rocks.
We won't last long out here, even in cover. The cave's gonna be our best option soon. The rest of you should be ready to fall back to the camp. When that happens, I'll dig in here and cover your retreat.
It's a sound tactic. If something goes wrong, you're gonna want someone watching your back. Keep the PEV in reserve in case you need to withdraw. Think like a Klingon. Consider every weapon at your disposal.
I'll make sure you have the time you need. Keep the captain safe. Tell my family what happened here. Tell them I fought for them, and for the Federation. Which one of you wants to die first? Ha! I thought you Klingons knew how to fight!
I give you a warrior's death, Andorian. It is better than they will see.
Since you're back, I assume that the Klingons are on their way. Give me a phaser. I'll be damned if I go down without a fight.
It's you! A car of Housecoat. I am gonna kill you!
It seems I have you cornered. My troops will deal with you. Your minions died honorably. But your captain is innocent. He will not enjoy his time as a prisoner of the Empire.
Smell blood. They won't stop now.
I think it's time we use those explosives, Chief.
Do it! Seal off the entrance! Damn!
I know that look. What's wrong?
Kerwin had it.
What?
Kerwin had the remote detonator.
Make another one, then.
No parts. We used everything we had.
Give me options, Commander.
Yeah, running a little short on those, Captain.
Can we shoot it to set it off?
No way. You just fry the whole package.
Something with a tricorder, then.
Maybe? I don't know.
What the hell?
What are you doing? Come back!
This is the only way. Has to be done manually.
Wait! No! No, you can't!
I love you, Ellen.
Always.
Always.
Amna, where are you? Can you hear me? Amna?
Landry!
Amna, tell me where you are! Please! Come back!
Commander! We need to get moving.
No! No, I'm not leaving without her.
She's gone, Commander. On your feet, soldier. Do not let her sacrifice be in vain. Take a while for the Klingons to make it through the rockfall. Let's make sure we're ready when they do. Dead end. Give me options, people.
Photon grenades. Breaking through.
Klingons don't give up the chase easily.
Let them come. I'll take as many of them with me as I can.
Lorca here?
Captain Lorca. Thought we'd lost you.
Not from lack of trying. My people and I need immediate extraction.
Ask and ye shall receive, Captain. Ready to leave when you are.
Personal log, Commander Ellen Landry. She's been gone for months, and every day I'm reminded of her. I even have her job now. Chief of Security. I took it to honor her. To continue her work. To keep people safe. The captain's recovered from his injuries, mostly. His eyes don't handle the light very well. But like me, he forges on. This war, the Klingons, they've taken so much from us both. From me, for the captain, only duty remains.
Long-range sensors are picking up Klingon raiders in this sector. Ready for a little payback?
Always. It's over. You did what you could. We all did. This time it wasn't enough. Not for everyone. I've heard from the surgeons at Starfleet Medical. They're optimistic about the captain's recovery. Though it's looking like he might have permanent damage to his eyes. Could have been a lot worse. They let me speak to him for a while, and he asked me to pass his thanks along to you. I'm glad he's still with us. We're gonna need officers like him to get through this war. Officers who are willing to do what must be done to stop the Klingons, no matter what the cost.
We have a situation at the Delta Volanus cluster. One of our research stations there managed to get a partial distress signal off before it was jammed at the source. I need you to get out there and get eyes on the situation. The Klingons are getting bolder since they acquired cloaking technology, but an attack that far into Federation space is bold, even for them. Find out what's going on and render any assistance they might need at the station, if it still exists. I have a mission.
thought you were in the area. Some Klingons just appeared out of nowhere. They can do that now, right? Unbelievable. Anyway, the whole thing was terrifying and strange. I mean, they shot at us, did some structural damage, knocked some sensor pods out of alignment, and completely ruined my latest experiment. But that's it. They had us, and they just left. Our tractor beam is offline. Actually, it's a fried little puddle of sadness, but offline sounded better. If you can, could you use your ship's tractor beam to move our sensor pods back into position? I'm sending the coordinates over now. That'd really help us get back to our research here. I mean, these gaseous anomalies won't analyze themselves, am I right? Okay, Sensor Pod Alpha is back online. Nice. Sensor Pod Beta is online again. Klingons are happening! A lot of Klingons! They're coming this way fast! Shields up! Weapons hot! They're gonna attack! Again! Starfleet Command, this is Delta Volata Station! We're under attack! We're Lokai ship! We're in big trouble!
This is Kensington. Sounds like the Klingons are making a push in that sector. We're sending some backup your way. Command's still analyzing these attacks, trying to figure out what the enemy is up to there. In the meantime, I need you to hold that system and protect the station. Stay sharp out there, and good hunting.
This is the Glen. Heard you could use some help.
The target has outpointed. All systems fire to disable.
Shield fucked. Losing main tower. Can use an assist here. There'll be time for formalities later. Right now, we've got a problem. Several, actually. The Klingons beamed multiple boarding parties over during the fight. We're a research vessel. Our security forces are getting overwhelmed. If you could send some people over to help, we'd be much obliged.
Thanks for coming. The captain still has control of the ship. She's waiting for you on the bridge. Unfortunately, the Klingons have several boarding parties between you and the bridge, and they're not taking prisoners.
You made it. Good. We have a lot of work to do here. The Klingons have done extensive damage, especially to our power systems. Mr. Strahl is doing what he can to get main power back online. Care to give him a hand?
Like the captain said, main power's offline. We're sitting ducks without it, and the Klingons know it. Let's get to work before House Mokai turns us all into trophies. Or lunch. I'll do the heavy lifting. What I need you to do is to bring engineering control to a bridge console, divert the power flow, and enter the new power-up sequence I'm putting together. You got it? Engineering control is transferred. Go to the next console to divert the power flow. Power flow is diverted. Input the new power-up sequence next. Nice work. Main power is back online. Nice work. We're not out of the woods yet, though. Our next stop's the engineering lab. I need to get our shields back online and secure some classified data down there. Believe me, we don't want the Klingons getting their hands on it. Not sure how she pulled it off, but that Klingon put a security field up between us. Ja'ula? The Ja'ula? This day just keeps getting worse. Look, I need to drop that security field. She's trying to steal that data I told you about on the bridge. We can't let that happen. Watch my back in case any more Klingons pay us a visit.
Most impressive, Starfleet. This tech will win the war! This will bring supremacy to my house and the Empire!
Wait, what? She blocked access! I can't bring down the security field! Damn, she's good. Locked me completely out of the security system. I can't get the field down. Fine, she's not the only clever one in the room. Watch my back. I've got an idea. Just need a little more time. Wait. Dropping the field? Look out! Here she comes! Shields online. They can't beam out now. Looks like the Klingons aren't fond of our house guest. Shame, really. It's nice once you get to know it. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is I managed to corrupt a number of critical data files before she stole them. There's only 2 people in the galaxy who can figure out that mess now, and neither of them are Klingons. The bad news, well, there's plenty of uncorrupted data in there that the Klingons shouldn't have. Looks like the good news, the bad news, well, there's plenty of uncorrupted data in there that the Klingons shouldn't have. It was classified for very important reasons. We need to stop her. Of course, if half of what they say about Jula is true. Great. Takuvma's sister, one of the deadliest members of House Mokai. Here. Wonderful. Okay. They must be headed to the shuttle bay. I brought the shields back online so they can't beam out. If they're gonna leave, they're gonna have to get creative. Let's head down there before Jula gets any more bright ideas. You should probably make peace with the words, "it's classified," when it comes to what you just saw. Seriously, don't worry about it. Believe me, we have bigger problems here, starting with Jula. We need to stop her. Do you hear that? Engineering, emergency transport of the specimen to containment. You okay? Come on, let's go. We're almost there. We really need to stop Jula. Oh, that'll be exciting. Let me add that to my calendar. Right after we stop the insane Klingon with our top secret data. Less monster, more Klingon, okay? Now let's go. We're almost to the shuttle bay. Keep moving. She stole one of our shuttles. She bypassed deck security, got emergency evacuation clearance, and hotwired one of our shuttles. Unbelievable. If she wasn't trying to kill all of us, I'd be impressed. Well, that's a short-range craft. There must be a Klingon ship out there waiting for her. We might get out of this yet. Now head back to your ship. See if you can find where she went. We'll do the same here.
Heads up. Klingon reinforcements are warping in. Protect yourself and the station. But we really need to find out where that shuttle carrying the stolen data went. There's a good chance it's on a cloaked ship nearby. Hate to play the "that's classified" card here, but you know the drill. Sorry. Take it up with Admiral Kensington if we make it through this. For now, let's focus on those Klingons out there trying to kill us, okay?
Get ready to be happy. I think I know how to find where Ja'ula went. If the shuttle's in range, I can hack into its command matrix and send a self-destruct command. That'll make a big enough boom to reveal the location of the ship she landed on, cloaked or not. Yeah, about that. If the shuttle's in a ship, it'll be tough to get a signal through the shields, the jamming, and the cloak. Tough, but not impossible. Get me close enough, I'll make it happen. We just need to start sifting through this big haystack for one angry little needle. Leave that to us. You protect the station.
Stroll's plan worked, but Ja'ula's ship was able to go to warp before we could disable it. There's still hope. The explosion did a lot of internal damage to that ship. She's leaving a trail we can follow. So, we're going to pursue Ja'ula and clean up our mess. Thanks for all your help here today. If we pull this off, it could make a big difference in the war effort. For all of us.
I'm not thrilled with the Klingons getting away with some of our cutting-edge research, but Stroll's report indicates they won't be able to do much with it for quite some time, if ever. Hopefully the Glen will be able to track down Ja'ula and recover the data before they return to Klingon space. It should go without saying that what you witnessed at Delta Volanus is classified at the highest level. The Klingons know too much as it is. Good work out there. Kensington out. Starbase 1 has been attacked by the Klingons. Though they have repelled the first wave of attack, it is highly likely that more Klingon forces will resume the assault soon. We need you to assist Starbase 1 and defend it from Klingon attack immediately. I have a... Glad you could make it. There's a little time and plenty to do. I trust you see the enemy vessels near your position. Deal with them. I need you conducting rescue operations as soon as possible, and the Klingons won't let you do that without a fight. All right, that area's secure, for now. Let's make the most of the time we have. I need you to beam out any survivors on board the damaged Starfleet ships in your vicinity. Make it fast. The Klingons will send more ships, and soon. One more thing. The Klingons aren't above ambush tactics, using their blasted cloaking device to get the jump on you. Some of them might be lurking around, waiting for the chance to strike.
The Churchill has been evacuated. Thanks.
Cardiff evac complete. All hands are safely away. Macedonia reporting. Evac is complete. We owe you one.
They're all there. Many things.
Nice work. Glad those Klingon cowards didn't get the better of you. I hate to ask this, but I have standing orders from Starfleet Command. I need you to scuttle those ships. The Klingons have been scavenging everything they can to get their hands from wrecked Starfleet vessels. In the event we fail in our mission here, Command doesn't want the Klingons getting away with any critical resources. You have your orders. Hard thing to watch, but it had to be done. We need some critical supplies here. My chief engineer's sending you a list as we speak. Beam those supplies over with the personnel you rescued. After that, I need you on high alert, patrolling the area. The Klingons don't give up that easily. They'll be back.
Surely you didn't think we'd let you seize all the glory here. And you. My chief engineer isn't too happy right now, but we made it in one piece.
We came as soon as we could. Wish it were under better circumstances. Ticonderoga's ready for battle. We've got your back.
You're doing good work out there. The personnel and supplies you've sent might make the difference here today. That said, I have bad news. Our long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon force heading our way at high warp. They'll be here soon. Get ready for a fight.
Remember the lessons we learned in battle, especially at Corvan 2. They'll be preoccupied with conquering the base. We can use that distraction to our advantage.
We know how they fight. Don't expect mercy. It won't be coming from Klingons. Hit them fast and hit them hard. And captains, it's been an honor. Good fortune to you all.
Klingon attack ships on sensors. Fire at will!
We're taking heavy damage here, Captain. They're targeting the civilian habitat areas. Stop them! Captains, we're reading more Klingon ships on our sensors. A lot more. This is it. They're making their big push. Our initial predictions are not good. I've given the order to evacuate critical personnel and the injured. We're loading as many as we can load onto the ship docked here. They're too damaged to fight, but they're all warp capable. I need you to draw attention from those ships when they disembark. Buy them the time they need to get to warp and to safe harbor. on her way. Hold on to some little longer.
Heads up. Looks like the Klingon flagship just dropped out of warp. Sounds like you have some history with that ship. What can you tell us about... Wait, are you reading this? We're picking up some unusual energy spikes. Some new Klingon weapon, perhaps? I don't like this. Take the Lucara out of commission before it gets into weapons range.
I see you still draw breath, Starfleet. This pleases me. I'm going to enjoy breaking you.
Take a moment. You've had quite a day. My name is Daniels. I'm here to help. Ja'ula's weapon used unstable mycelial tech, stolen from the Glen. When she fired it, it caused a massive temporal disruption. Everyone in the blast radius was thrown forward in time to the early 25th century. You, your crew, and a number of House Mokai ships, including the Lucara. They are currently at large. Unchecked, they're a danger to the timeline. I'd like your help in dealing with them. Officially, you were listed as killed in action. I'll help you fully integrate into this time period. That mycelial tech is dangerous. We need to stop Ja'ula, and soon. I'll be in touch.
I am the leader of a Vulcan research team studying the unique ecology of the planet Pavo. Starfleet has informed me that an ion storm is active in the Pavo system. Logic suggests that the storm is blocking communications. However, storms of that magnitude can have other effects, some of a deleterious nature. As a precaution, the Alliance has asked me to accompany your vessel to the Pavo system. We are to determine the status of the research team and offer assistance if necessary. I am prepared to leave at your earliest convenience. The storm is creating spatial disturbances throughout the system. If we analyze their patterns, we might be able to position the ship at a point where communication is possible.
Scanning in progress.
Initial scans are picking up clouds of ionized subspace radiation and chronometric particles. This is curious. Sensors are registering a stationary object. It is not far from our position. Unlikely. I suspect it is one of the Starfleet navigation buoys placed throughout the system. However, the ionization of subspace is warping and distorting the sensors. As a result, an accurate identification is not possible at this range. As I suspected, a navigational buoy. It appears to be inactive, however.
Scanning in.
The navigational buoys here are configured to broadcast a message on all frequencies. It is intended to inform those who arrive here that Pavo is a protected reserve. Sensors indicate heavy hull ionization on this buoy. I believe it has been disabled by the effects of the ion storm. Navigational buoy 226 is nearby and should provide us with a means to reinforce hailing frequencies between the ship and the Pavo research station. However, I recommend caution in navigating further into the system. The ion storm is quite volatile.
You are entering the Pavo system. The planet Pavo is a protected reserve. Access is prohibited.
I have detected something of interest. Sensors show the formation of a spatial anomaly nearby. Uncertain, it appears to be providing stability to the ion storm, similar to the eye of a hurricane. I'm also detecting bursts of comm signals from the anomaly. The signals are currently garbled beyond recognition, but they could be from the research station. I recommend conducting a deeper analysis, both of the anomaly and the signals. recognition files identify the Klingon vessels as classes deployed during the Federation-Klingon conflict of the mid-23rd century. The Starfleet vessel is a Crossfield class, also active during that time period. Scanning. Sensors show a spike in the chronometric particles immediately preceding the arrival of these vessels. Fascinating. The Crossfield-class vessel is not transmitting a Starfleet recognition signal. Sensor analysis confirmed. It is the ISS Discovery, from the Terran Empire, the so-called Mirror Universe.
Your timely assistance is most appreciated. Speaking for myself and my loyal crew, thank you. I am Captain Sylvia Tilly, and I officially declare our intent to seek asylum. You'll have to forgive me for staring. See, in our universe, you're dead. By my hand. I'm afraid we didn't see eye to eye on who should take command after the Klingons killed Captain Schaefer. For what it's worth, our you died very quickly. Clearly, this is going to take a little getting used to. I'm not entirely sure how, but judging by the sensor readings I'm seeing, and that rather impressive ship of yours, we've taken a trip to the future. I'm sure the science behind all of this is fascinating, but we have some more immediate concerns to address, namely the Klingon boarding parties running wild on my ship. Excellent. I'll have Patel, my chief of security, meet your team at the transport coordinates with the security detail. I look forward to meeting you in person. Tilly out.
Sensors indicate numerous life signs in your vicinity, reading multiple high-energy discharges as well. The data is consistent with 23rd century phaser and disruptor weapons at the highest setting. Proceed with caution. In the heat of battle, you could be seen as an enemy by anyone you encounter there.
Welcome to the ISS Discovery. Yeah, no. I'm afraid Patel has been relieved of command. Just like you're going to be relieved of those fancy 25th century weapons. Our captain is weak, and you're a fool. The Terran Empire tolerates neither. Some would call this a mutiny. But any captain willing to conspire with Federation trash is no captain of ours. Now hand over those weapons, or we'll pick them off your corpses. The choice is yours.
Oh, we're transmitting now. Hello. Welcome aboard the Discovery. As you can see, things have become a bit more complicated. It seems that some of my crew have decided that now is the perfect time to express their concerns with my command decisions. Yes. As if the Klingon boarding parties weren't enough to deal with. Oh, hey, let's have a mutiny too. Wonderful. Never mind that. Did Chief Patel make it to you? She was supposed to escort you through the security fields to the bridge. I see. We'll do what we can from the bridge, but I'm afraid we're a bit locked down here at the moment. According to our internal sensors, Chief Patel is in that deck security station. It's not far from your current position. She's probably trying to lock down this ridiculous mutiny there. Find Patel. She should be able to override whatever the mutineers are doing to raise those fields. Take them down and make your way to the turbo lift.
Huh. Sounds like our gap.
Look out! They're still alive!
Now that I have your attention, I have some questions. Tilly has plans. Yes? She always has plans. And you're going to tell me what they are. Oh, you'll resist, of course. You're a Terran, after all. But let's be honest, Chief. You will tell me what I want to know. Apparently, Tilly's new allies are still with us. If you want something done right. Weapons at highest setting. Open fire!
Kill them now! Take them or I'll shoot them!
Controls on the booth. I'm guessing you're the one the captain sent me to meet. I'm Patel, Chief of Security. Thanks for the assist. I make it a habit to be on the outside of an agonizer booth, but I've spent my fair share of time in one too. I'll manage. What's the situation? Is the captain still in command? I'm not surprised. It'll take more than Klingons and mutinous riffraff to end Sylvia Tilly. I'm surprised she hasn't killed them all herself. In the meantime, I have orders to get you to the bridge, and I intend to obey them. Follow me. Not a problem. There's no code written I can't crack. I'll have those fields down in short order. Cover me while I work. We might have some uninvited guests soon. Go, go, go! Got it! All right, I got it. The security fields are using my authorization now. Clear! Let's move! Let's get to the bridge. The turbo lift is back.
No quarter, no prisoners. Attack! Ambush!
Give me a second to get this field down.
We're reading the loss of security fields on that deck. I take it you found Chief Patel? Some good news for a change, though I'm not terribly surprised. Woman's harder to kill than a honey badger. Ready for the bad news? I'm afraid the Klingons have taken several lower decks and are moving in your direction. Keep your weapons hot. They're killing everyone they run into, and I don't think they'll make an exception for you. Stick with Patel and get up here as soon as you're able.
I hear Klingon disruptors up ahead. Be Ready for anything.
Do not let that Klingon scum through this junction!
Hold your position. There's been an incident. The Klingon kind. Specifically, they've taken control of main engineering, killed my chief engineer and a security team in the process. They're threatening to breach the core if I don't surrender. That is not gonna happen. Evacuate sounds a lot like retreat to me, and that is not gonna happen either. This is my ship, and I will not abandon her. Take Patel, get down to engineering, deal with the Klingons, and make sure that core breach never happens. I recommend you deal with this problem quickly. Neither of us will enjoy their solution. Tilly out.
Klingons probably cracked Rathman's code.
Bad news first. Seems there's more Klingons down there than we thought. You'll have to fight your way to main engineering. Good news? They'll be shooting at the mutineers down there. It might make your job a little easier, huh?
Rathman! Come in, Rathman! We're trapped on the engineering deck! Send reinforcements, now!
Great. Mutant!
Get these doors open! The Mark 1 Fleet's coward's dead!
They aren't even targeting vital systems. They're just trashing the place.
Rathman's dead, and
main engineering is just up ahead. Let's hustle, people! On your lead. We'll breach. You go high, I'll go low.
We all die this day. Die well. Die with honor.
Looks like the Klingons were in a hurry. That is some sloppy work. I was solving engineering problems like that when I was a first-year cadet. Rebalance the matter-antimatter inducers and adjust the flow rate to 0.5. That should bring the core back from the brink quite nicely.
Hope you know what you're doing. That warp core looks fit to breach!
Nicely done. Cut it a little close there with the core, but since we're all still here, I'm gonna call that a win. So, since we've got a little room to breathe here, why don't you come up to the bridge? There's a turbo lift nearby that I've relaxed the security locks on.
Face to face at last.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these assholes?
Language!
Ugh, cursing. Such a filthy habit. You did well against the mutineers. They weren't fond of my decision to seek asylum, I'm afraid. While unpleasant, it is better than the fate we left behind. In our universe, Pavo is a cruel, deadly entity. Being sent to that system is a death sentence. And sent there we were. I suppose an enemy decided it was time for me to retire. Permanently. But enough about that. Let's get down to business, shall we? First and foremost, I have no interest in hostilities with your government. I meant what I said about asylum. I do. The mutiny was unfortunate, but what can I say? We're Terrans. Dominance is often challenged and must be maintained. The mutineers saw an opportunity, took their shot, and missed. Big time. Everyone left saw the price they paid for their failure. Believe me, the rest of the crew will fall in line. I'm fortunate you were here to deal with the problem. Apparently, my chief of security felt like spending time in an agonizer booth during most of the conflict. Honestly, Patel, if I knew you liked the booth so much, I'd keep you in one more often.
Why, you are right to say so, Captain. It won't happen again.
See to it that it doesn't. I'd hate to replace you, Chief, but I will if I have to. Next steps are to get my vessel back in working order before those Klingons come back to finish us off. Now that's not going to be easy. I'm down a chief engineer, the power grid is a shambles, we have multiple hull breaches, and we're nowhere near battle ready. Our shields are down. If the Klingons don't get us, it's only a matter of time before the ion storm does. Monitor that console while I try to get the main deflector back online. I'd order my chief science officer to do it, but she chose her loyalties poorly. Start a diagnostic on the shield emitters. I'll start to recalibrate the main deflector. Klingons! All hands! Repel boarders!
To everyone, but the captain is mine!
Okay, main deflector is in position. Recalibrate it now. Ugh, they're like Zethian bed roads. Get off my ship!
Sensors are picking up numerous Klingon vessels decloaking. Combat is imminent. I strongly recommend you return to the ship at your earliest convenience.
Captains should be on their own ship in the heat of battle. Go. We'll take it from here. Thank you. If we survive this, I look forward to repaying the favor. Now go, before it's too late.
I do not know how it came to be here in the future, and I do not care. What I do know is that we have a mutual enemy. There is nothing complex about it. I mean to destroy that ship, and you with it, if you get in my way. Be smart. Your ship has the technical advantage. We have the advantage of numbers. And we are Klingon. Stand with Discovery, and you will lose. Fight with us, and you will live to see another day. Then you are a fool, fighting in a burning house. Try to die well.
Discovery is altering course. We're headed towards Colony. Discovery has lowered her shield. Reading transporter signal. Pavo 7.
Discovery is back in the fight.
Reading numerous Klingon vessels decloaking. Based on what the sensors recorded during the attack, it appears we were hit by psionic energy, manifested into an energy pulse of considerable magnitude. The attack originated on Pavo.
I don't like red in my ledger. You saved my ship, so I spared yours. This time. Next time I won't be so sentimental. First and last warning. Leave the system while you're able. Did you hit your head in that fight? I think what I have to gain here is pretty obvious. Everything. Pavo's reach is infinite. After a few more demonstrations of its power, everyone in the quadrant will have no choice but to swear allegiance to me. Or, die. Empress Tilly. That has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Sane, insane. I'm the one calling the shots here. And I'm pretty sure I told you to get lost or get red. So who's the insane one again? Me? Or the lunatic staring defiantly down the barrel of the ultimate weapon? Take a talk, pal. My trigger finger's getting itchy.
I am reading an energy signature on the surface of Pavo. It matches the initial blast from the planet. Another attack could be imminent. We will not survive a direct hit. I strongly recommend we exit the system immediately. Captain Tilly's betrayal, while unfortunate, was not entirely unexpected. Her use of this agonizer technology to weaponize the ecosystem of Pavo is a matter of utmost concern. I believe I can devise a means to neutralize her technology, but I will need time to conduct research. Rest assured that I will endeavor to counter Tilly's insidious actions as soon as possible. I ask that you prepare to take action at a moment's notice. The lives of untold millions, including our own, could be at stake. Our information about events at Pavo is incomplete, but I believe the Terrans are undertaking a large-scale operation there. They have managed to coerce the planet's consciousness into serving their violent needs. Furthermore, they've turned Pavo's transmitter into a potent weapon. Time is of the essence. While the Alliance is mobilizing a larger response, we are, in effect, the first responders. It falls to us to do what we can to stop Captain Tilly and her crew before they solidify their control of Pavo. Failing to do so could be catastrophic. Ideally, we should return the Discovery and her crew to their proper time and space. Under the circumstances, removing the Terran presence from Pavo is the more immediate, logical need. Based on my readings, I believe the Terrans have managed to alter Pavo's song. Somehow, Tilly and her crew have manipulated it into a new type of harmonic waveform. This waveform is potent enough to realign the space around the planet, shifting it to a different quantum signature. As a result, a number of interphasic rifts have opened within the system. I believe she is attempting to bring things from the mirror universe to ours. Logic suggests an invasion force, based on previous encounters with the Terran Empire. We are not the only ones interested in this behavior. The time-displaced Klingons are moving to investigate as well. Considering previous encounters, the situation could become volatile quickly. I have the coordinates for the science station on the planet's surface. It is logical to assume that the Terrans have taken control of the research team and their facilities, preparing for an armed response when approved. The research facility has already been attacked. We must see to the welfare of the researchers, if any survived.
Your assistance is appreciated.
I have recovered.
My injuries are not
We are fortunate
life-threatening.
that the Terrans did not kill everyone. They were more concerned with our research data and equipment. Our work appears to have given the Terrans what they need to communicate with Pavo in ways we cannot. They are now able to alter the planet's consciousness, causing it to reflect their own dark nature. Our security personnel should remain with us. We will need all the help we can get against the Terran forces. While trying to communicate with the planet, we have learned that it uses crystal matrices as transmitters. We have a small collection of crystal samples. They may be useful to re-establish the planet's normal biosphere, free from Terran influence. I was able to take readings of the area. Terran technology is not subtle, especially agonizer gear. I am reading it in several nearby locations: a meadow, a riverbank, and a narrow pass. I am also reading several Terran life signs in those areas. I do not expect a warm welcome from them. There is a canyon that exits to another glade of Pavan life a short distance to the south of here. Logically, The Terrans would seek out places where they can use their technology to attempt to subvert the planet. The device there, near the crystals. Disable it to interrupt the Terrans' hold on Pavo. We should continue before the Terrans send reinforcements. Curious. I sense it. They are attempting to communicate telepathically. Angry.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Fascinating. The Terrans have used their agonizer technology to induce a state of hostility in the Pavan biosphere. It is lashing out, using its empathic powers to project its pain and rage into other living beings. If the Terrans are able to do this on a large scale, the planet could serve as a massive telepathic weapon. It would be able to subvert or kill anyone, anywhere. We should disable this technology wherever we find it on Pavo. An interesting question. I believe the biosphere has a stronger connection to myself and my team. It may have instinctively struck the most familiar minds first. That being said, I do not believe it will continue to exclusively attack the members of my team. Only those with the ability to harm the biosphere will be immune. Yes, now that I have experienced the psionic attack, I can take steps to shield my mind against it. The security officers, on the other hand, do not have my level of training in the mental arts. It would not be logical for them to continue on with us.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
It seems that in addition to using their agonizer technology on the planet itself, the Terrans are blocking access to the central pillar with force fields in selected areas. Doubtless, they wish to prevent interference in their captain's plans.
Oh, you're good! Seriously! I sent my best to deal with you! My best! And here you are, alive and kicking! Well, bravo!
It is illogical for you to continue, Captain. Whatever you are doing to Pavo needs to end.
Ah, the famous Vulcan logic! Get it straight! Pavo and I, we're just getting started. Oh, and that part about sending my best at you? I lied! Why don't I give you a little taste of my big gun? I can do this all day. You? Not so much. Time's up. Ready to die?
Enemy target on center.
Ever had an agonizer down your throat? No? You're about to. Now this will be a real treat. For me. You just got to my last nerve and jumped all over it. Well, this is definitely not how I saw this ending. You know, it's only a matter of time before we beat you, right? You don't have the stomach to stop us. But we're more than capable of ending you. And I intend to make that happen.
That seems unlikely. Your campaign of terror here is over, Captain.
Oh, I'm not done yet, Vulcan. Till next time, you assholes.
Fascinating.
Retarded, more like.
Interesting. She has somehow used Pavo's transmitter as a long-range transporter. Tilly could be anywhere in the quadrant now. If we are fortunate, we might find further clues among the Terran equipment. They did go to considerable trouble to arrange this site. I think we have found all we can here. It may be advisable to return to your vessel so we can deal with the situation in local space. Now that you have secured the research preserve, we must find a way to return the remaining Terrans and their vessel to their proper time and space. We can use the ion storm to send Discovery back. Specially modified probes can amplify the storm in specific locations. This can generate a localized ion effect and open a gateway to the proper point in space and time. Indeed, especially given the Terran predilection for hostility.
Me to say this. We surrender. What are your terms? Fine by me. Tilly slinked off to parts unknown and left us to die. I'm the captain now, and I say send us back if you can.
Your display has been updated with the locations to place probes around Discovery. Once the probes are in place, they will trigger an ion flare to open the gateway that will take Discovery back. Agreed. Time-displaced Klingons are still out there, and they have shown a distinct interest in destroying the Discovery, along with all of us.
Keep those Klingon ships off us! Otherwise, this is gonna be a real short trip.
Shields are critical! We're losing them!
Emergency power to shields! Now!
Somat to Discovery. Prepare for transit. Probes are in position. Activating in 3, 2, 1. Engage. The ion storm has cleared, and we're receiving standard readings from Pavo. It's broadcasting its song as normal. No aberrations, no distress calls. It would seem things are returning to a calm, peaceful level. Once the research team is able to resume their duties, we will begin to analyze the impact of agonizer technology on the Pavan ecosystem. Considering what we have just witnessed, it will be logical to make sure Tilly and her crew didn't leave any unexpected surprises on the planet as well. For now, I believe we can safely depart the system. It will take some time to evaluate the impact of the Terran occupation of Pavo. The agonizer technology they used to manipulate the planetary biosphere was invasive and damaging. I am concerned about the effect it had upon the Pavan ecology, and how that will affect future attempts at interaction with the planet. The fact that Captain Tilly remains at large is troubling. Her technological prowess and propensity for violence should make her presence in this time quite disruptive. Should she acquire current technology and return to her own time, it is possible that she will rewrite history as we know it, turning our universe into one more like her own, if not worse. In the meantime, we both have our duties to attend to. It has been agreeable working with you. Live long and prosper.
That was overly long. I hope you enjoyed this unplanned video. I sure as hell did not enjoy making it. Because it was 3 hours of constant STD. I hope you enjoy. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.